Through the recommended videos on my thing. And I see that Young Yeah, a guy who I once respected, he made a video saying about, Konami just said, one of the representatives just said that they're making more Gear games for consoles and they're trying to win us back. And people in the comments are like, nah, Konami can never win us back. They did this, they did that. Nah, they destroyed Metal Gear. No one destroyed Metal Gear more than Hideo Kojima with that bullshit plot and those filler missions. He wasted so much time in that long ass campaign with missions that did nothing to move the story forward. Metal Gear is the only game I care about story. I'm serious about this series. And for his final game, the final game that he's making, I expected more knots to be tied. I expected more cameos, more appearances, just more shit in the story. And I expected a, true, understanding on a gap. Understanding what happened in this gap. This 10-year gap. Well, it was 20 years, I believe. But it's 10 years after 5. But what we got was a podcast. You beat the game. Instead of giving us a 50-hour fucking cutscene, which I would have loved, to be honest. A 50-hour cutscene that goes into the future and tells you what happens, right after you beat the game. That would have been sick. But we got a 50-hour podcast that barely explains shit, gave me more questions than answers. I was completely fucking lazy. Oh, they cut chapter 3. Have you seen the chapter 3 concept work? Have you seen the rough draft of the cutscene? It didn't answer shit. It answered one little question. That's the last question I had in my fucking mind, okay? So people blaming Konami, okay, they were assholes to Kojima. I guess they cut a chapter, okay. They cut a fight. So fucking what? The main problem with Metal Gear as a whole is Kojima. And there's a lot of dick riders out there that don't take this to mind. They don't think it's Kojima's fault when it actually is. This motherfucker had this planned out since 2011. He was working on this game for 5 years. He told Jeff Keighley in 2011 or 12 the bullshit he was gonna pull. And Jeff Keighley, like the asshole he is, kept his mouth fucking shut. Well, it's his job. He's supposed to. But Kojima fucked us over of a great, plot. I think Konami could probably do a better job than Kojima ever fucking did with a follow-up. Because I know Kojima would have pulled some other bullshit with Part 5. So don't blame Konami, blame fucking Hideo. And one thing people also forget is that Kojima didn't write these games on his own. He probably came up with the story on his own, but he did have help. So I think those helpers could come together and, fix his mess. I honestly think so. I really want a remake of Metal Gear 1 and 2, the MSX games. We really need to see what happened there because it's pretty fucking vague what happened in those 8-bit games because you could clearly tell he didn't have the whole clone thing mapped out in his mind. So I think I'm going to give this next Metal Gear a chance. It can't be worse than 5's story. And if it's a remake, fuck yeah, I'd like to play those games again. With David Hayter. See, that pisses me off, man. You're blaming Konami, but he removed the heart and soul of the fucking game. David Hayter. That motherfucker is Snake. Okay? That's like replacing Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. In that series. If it's a reboot, fine. But this ain't no reboot. It's the same character, yet you're doing that bullshit. And you know what other bullshit came with 5. If you don't, you're a fucking idiot. You're a dick rider. Get Kojima's nuts out your mouth. And for you people excited for that Death Stranding, I'm excited for the game. But that trailer did nothing for me. It showed a naked dude with the baby turning into oil. It showed a naked dude on a beach with dead fish. Whoa, what does that do for the game? How is that a game? With other CG trailers, they give you at least a feel of the game and what the game is going to look and play like. This motherfucker didn't have a gun. He didn't have a sword. He didn't have anything on. So if it's a game, I know damn well I'm not gonna be playing as no naked dude. The announcement of him making a game and the I think it was tweets saying the game was gonna be like Uncharted and Division. Those got me more excited than this trailer. Oh, but it's tough. But you have to piece together the story. Oh my god, it's leaving me so many clues. You're excited for the story more than the game? Is this a game or a movie? Like I'm trying to figure it out. And after the bullshit he pulled in 5, I'm not trusting this man. It's you could trust Kojima though. It's okay. You could trust. Nah, I ain't trusting shit this man does. I'm 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 touching the next thing he does with a 10-foot stick. Okay. So yeah, Konami, try to do your best. I know you were dicks to him, but he was dicks to us. So I think he deserved it. Peace.